Hi everyone, and welcome to my Creative Arts e-portfolio. So the purpose of this e-portfolio is to reflect upon my arts experience and how I'm going to apply this experience in my classroom practice in the near future. So as part of the primary creative arts unit, I was to complete about 15 hours of arts learning outside of my scheduled lessons. Now, the three art strands in which I decided to work towards include dance, visual arts, as well as music. So, taking part in the arts workshop provided by the university, as well as considering online sources and readings, I was able to gain further knowledge and skills in relation to teaching arts and its various components. In addition to that, I was also able to make further connections with the Australian Professional Standard 2, knowing the content and how to teach it, in which I will further discuss upon towards the end of the video. So in the meantime, I hope you guys enjoy my presentation and also reflection based on my learning experience / journey throughout the Creative Arts unit. So, yeah. So, taking part in the Bollywood dance workshop provided by Rachel, I wouldn't say that I was able to master the essence of dance. However, I did manage to gain an insight to the elements of dance and the process of learning, as well as performing and appreciating the art form. Such elements which I found to be quite crucial included the use of space, timing, organization, as well as considering bodily movements, which supported and enabled me to transition smoothly with the tempo of the music provided. Furthermore, having made strong relationships also enabled me to confidently and cohesively work with my partner Nathan, as well as other team members, in performing certain dance routines and activities provided by the workshop. As we became more familiar with the skills and elements of dance, we started to create our own dance routines in groups of 6 using the creative process developed by Donna Gray, which involved a few simple stages of planning, practicing with music, as well as fixing and polishing our work prior to performing to the rest of the class. So, enrolling into the visual arts workshop provided by Georgia Freebody and Kate McLennan, I would say it was one of the most powerful learning experiences that I've encountered upon in my master's degree. Primarily because it managed to alter and shift my perceptions towards teaching and learning visual arts. Previously, my experience towards teaching visual arts was more so or less centered towards providing a teacher-instructed approach with step-by-step activities, whereas now I wouldn't mind providing more of a laissez-faire approach to teaching. The reason being primarily relates to my learning experience in the arts workshop, where I realized that there are many ways of considering visual arts, and a part of it involves the notions of discovery as well as exploration and experimentation with new materials and skills. So, for example, when it came to drawing, I wasn't so confident with the concept of drawing from observation at the beginning until I was reminded that art is just about being creative and just going with the flow and not necessarily worrying about making mistakes. So therefore, I just went straight into it. I went outside and I picked up a few natural objects representing the environment and just started drawing them from observation using pencils, crayons and ink just to add some color and texture. Thereafter, I moved on to creating my own colorgraph using leaves, cardboards, scissors and paint and so forth, which surprisingly turned out well considering it was my first attempt. And a part of it, I noticed a few elements of unified patterns and shapes resembling the image of nature. So yeah, conclusively, We finished off by painting our own individual canvases using acrylic paint and natural found objects. Throughout the painting process, I was able to explore with different colors, and I managed to learn new skills in relation to dry painting and dabbing. So yeah, it was all pretty much quite eventful. So, in terms of reflecting upon the musical workshop provided on Monday, once again, I would say it was one of the most fruitful learning experiences that I've come across in relation to teaching and learning the art form of music. Previously, there were many aspects to music in which I was not aware of. For example, when it came to singing in the workshop, I was surprised that choir could be implemented in a musical activity. So that was quite new to me, and I am quite grateful that I attended the workshop, as I learnt new ways in learning music, more specifically singing. So a part of singing, I learnt that one can use not only their vocal projection, but also hand movements to express meaning. In addition to that, I must say, I may not have the best voice on earth, as you can see, but I did try to go along with the tempo and contour provided in class. So yeah, I'm guessing that's an A for me, for effort. Moving on to the group activities provided in the workshop, I was very much pleased to see the social aspect to music, where we were able to work in groups to share as well as create music together, which I quite enjoyed. Lastly but not least, having learnt various forms of graphic notation as well as using various forms of musical instruments provided by the facilitators, we were able to creatively explore and experiment with different musical sounds, tones, patterns and tunes, in which I quite enjoyed and learnt a lot from. Upon evaluating the Australian professional standards for teachers, I believe that I've been working towards standard number 2, knowing the content and how to teach it. More specifically, I believe to have achieved the graduate level of Focus Area 2.1, demonstrate knowledge and understanding of the concepts, substance and structure of the content and teaching strategies of the teaching area by attending to various workshops and reading upon the units prescribed as well as supplementary texts. Hope you guys enjoyed my presentation as much as I did in creating it.